Welcome to PACTV Community News. I'm Kim Mio.
And I'm Larry King. On this edition, PACTV Community News shows you new technologies for cancer treatment available at Jordan Hospital.
People don't have to travel outside of this community to get the high level of care that's available here at Jordan Hospital.
We'll look at what's going on at the Powder Point Bridge in Duxbury.
They can do this process without great interruption to the travel on the bridge.
And we get some tips on eating organically within your budget from the Edible South Shore organization.
So the edible communities have brought me here this evening so we can dish and chat about whether it's fun and economical to actually go organic.
PCN visits PACTV's Caroline Garrett at Pembroke High School, where Titan TV has hit the airwaves.
It's one of the best things about having one of these kinds of programs, and it allows a whole host of kids to come in and really focus on whatever they're interested in.
And tonight we begin a new series on cultures and lifestyles within our communities.
The thing I like best about beekeeping is the honey that you get from it, because the honey you get in the store is nothing like the honey you're going to get from the bees in your hive.
Michelle McGrath brings you arts and entertainment news, and Town Talk comes from Duxbury.
It's all just ahead on PACTV Community News.
Hospital has expanded its cancer treatment options with new technology for their patients. The oncology program now offers South Shore residents a new form of treatment called stereotactic radiosurgery and body radiation therapy. This state-of-the-art technology enables doctors to treat tumors with greater accuracy and with painless, non-invasive procedures while minimizing radiation exposure. PACTV Community News made a visit to Jordan Hospital to learn more.
We offer comprehensive cancer care here at Jordan Hospital. We are able to service South Shore area down through Cape Cod. People don't have to travel outside of this community to get the high level of care that's available here at Jordan Hospital. The Cancer Services is a comprehensive, very complex opportunity for the patients in this community to get care that includes the breast center, medical oncology, radiation oncology, pathology, surgeries. We have a nurse navigator in both the breast center and in the cancer center to help patients and families navigate through this very stressful time in their lives. We're very excited today that you're going to hear from one of our radiation oncologists. She's going to explain to you one of the new service lines that we have here at the Cancer Center.
Hello, my name is Dr. Bridget O'Connor. I'm a radiation oncologist here at the Cancer Centre at Jordan Hospital in Plymouth. I'm here to talk to you about our new treatment modality for lung cancer, which is stereotactic ablative radiotherapy, or SABR, S-A-B-R. It is a unique way of treating cancers in patients who are non-surgical candidates, and they present with a small early stage lung cancer, and we can treat it definitively with radiation alone. It's a non-invasive procedure, and the treatments can go from 3 to 5 treatments spaced out over 1 to 2 weeks, and these patients do very well. It's a very comfortable treatment, and we have a case here who, this lady was not a surgical candidate because of her pulmonary function. We see here her tumour was in the right lung, and it measured approximately 1.7 centimetres. We have it outlined here in red, and this is the field that we designed in order to treat this tumour. It was quite posterior and peripheral. As you can see here on a skin rendering of the treatment plan, we used 14 beams, and they all converge on that volume here, and because of that they can spare surrounding normal lung tissue, including the skin and the ribs. This technology is new here at Jordan Hospital. It's also offered up in Boston and at major cancer centres around the country. Data has so far shown that overall survival and local control in particular is very good with this treatment. I've shown you here a lung cancer case, but we're also hoping to use this for liver mets or spine mets in the spinal cord from lung cancer or other cancers, and we're also using it in the brain for brain metastasis. So this is our radiation therapy machine. It is a linear accelerator, and we treat all our patients using this machine. We use this machine for conventional radiation therapy or intensity modulated radiation therapy. We treat brain tumours, breast cancer, lung cancer, as I said, also esophageal, gastric, rectal cancer, anal cancer, prostate cancer, and our GYN cancers. We can do traditional radiation, we can do electron beam, and we can also do our stereotactic ablative radiation therapy. This is a gantry here, and the radiation comes out of this part of the machine here, the head of the machine. And the machine can rotate a total of 360 degrees around the gantry, so we can treat from different angles. And I previously showed you the plan where we used 14 beams in order to treat the patient. This machine moved and stopped 14 times in order to complete the treatment. The patient's on the treatment table for approximately an hour for the whole treatment, and they're placed in a mold for reproducibility and comfort here with their knees and their feet. We also have a compressive device here. This is applied to the abdomen for mild pressure so that we don't have large and deep breaths, which would cause more movement of the tumour in the lung.
Jordan Hospital is a jewel in this community. Quality care right here in Plymouth. For more information about our services, you can look online at jordanhospitalcancercare.org.
In Duxbury, one of the longest wooden bridges in the U.S. gets some needed repairs. Duxbury's Powder Point Bridge has been closed to vehicular traffic for repairs since late last year after the state determined the piles that support the bridge were failing. The town voted $2.4 million for repairs, and PACTV Community News met up with the director of Duxbury's Public Works Department for an update.
This is the Powder Point Bridge. It's the longest wooden bridge in the United States. We have had some pile deterioration in the piles, which are made of Benghazi wood. The deterioration has accelerated in the last couple of years. Currently there are 550 piles altogether. 155 of them need attention. An article was passed at town meeting last year to do and fix just that. We have had 12 piles out of the 155 that Mass Highway is extremely concerned about. We are mobilizing with a contractor now in the next couple of weeks to deal with the 12 piles in question. They'll be wrapped in fiberglass sleeves with a gap between the sleeve and the pile. Once that's done, a concrete grout is pumped into the deteriorated pile to strengthen it, and then it's sealed, and we can reopen the bridge at that point. Where you see each pile, that is referred to as a bent. And within each bent, there are 5 piles. The problem we have right now with the 12 piles that are severely deteriorated is that they are in close proximity to each other. That creates the safety issue with Mass Highway. The problem where the deterioration is happening is from the mud line to the high water mark. Below the mud line, there is no deterioration of the pile because there's no oxygen supply for borers. What's happening is borers are getting into cracks and crevices. Ice is getting in there, splitting it. So the repair will actually go from above the high water mark to below the mud line, about 18 inches below the mud line. Those areas are pumped with concrete and grout and then sealed, giving the pile back its strength. Cross arms will be removed during the process by DPW crews. Once the process is complete with the fiberglass and the grout jacketing, these will be put back on. After that, the remainder of the 155 piles will have a similar treatment done to it early this spring. We do not anticipate any kind of closure at that time. They can do this process without great interruption to the travel on the bridge.
In June 2012, PACTV became the educational access provider for the town of Pembroke. Throughout the summer, PACTV staff and school administrators worked together to determine the school's needs and develop programming goals. By the time the 2012-2013 school year kicked off, the high school was equipped with cameras and editing computers. A PACTV staffer was in the school to work with teachers and students, and then Titan TV was born. PCN recently visited with Caroline Garrett at Pembroke High School to find out more.
My name is Caroline Garrett. I'm the new Ed Access person for Pembroke High School. I was hired originally through PACTV and then placed here. My main goal here is to get kids really interested in AV production, get interested in using a camera, putting together pieces, learn how to use editing softwares, learn how to use cameras so that they can produce their own material. We started here in September. The equipment came around October, and we've covered a whole host of school events. We've covered plays and concerts, sporting events. The kids have done pieces of their own. We've done public service announcements for the athletic department. The kids have done interviews and kind of little snapshot pieces of school programs, including the DECA Society. We also have a student working on some graphic design work. She's putting together some graphic pieces and associating them with music. We've got a large spectrum of learning capabilities, so we've got kids that are really finding what they're interested in, whether it's sporting events or interviewing skills or graphic design work. And they're all kind of piecing it together at their own pace and piecing it together with their own specific interest in mind, which is really great, because that's one of the best things about having one of these kinds of programs. And it allows a whole host of kids to come in and really focus on whatever they're interested in and really be able to express that and create using the skills that we teach them here, whether it's camera work or working with editing software. So since we started work here, we've got a lot of brand new equipment. We've got 3 big editing systems for the kids to come in and use. Those are fully equipped with Adobe Suite products. We've also got 4 cameras. We've got 2 flip cameras and then 2 cameras that are a little bit more advanced that the kids have been trained on. And the kids come on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school. I'm personally here in the school probably between 10 and 5 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so anybody in the school, student, faculty, staff, anybody can pop in my door and say hi, ask me any questions, schedule up training sessions, whatever they'd like. I'm here for them on those 2 days. And then once the school day is over, the kids come and they work on whatever projects it is, whether they're editing or whether they're checking out equipment. They start at any level and they can come in here. We work really one-on-one. That's what our focus is for training styles, because everybody starts off at a different place. And in addition to the training that we can give them here one-on-one, PACTV is also offering free classes for anybody in Pembroke. They don't have to be necessarily linked to the school department. That training happens, you can contact PACTV for that, and we do studio training. You know, you can start up your own show. We do even training for students. So again, at any level that you really want to start at, whether you have no prior knowledge, some prior knowledge, or you've been doing this for a really long time and you just want another platform for your work to be presented on, you can do that at PACTV as well. We're really looking forward to expand this program as much as we can. For the future, what we're looking at for this school year is we're putting in a TriCaster system so we can cover more events in the auditorium. We're also looking to maybe start up some summer programs for the kids that can really focus in on what they're interested in. So we've got, you know, 3 or 4 kind of projects in the works, getting kids excited. And I'm excited. I want this program to be as successful as it can be. So I'm interested, if you're interested, to stop by and pay me a visit. I'll be here. We're looking forward to this program growing, but can't grow without your support. So we hope to see you soon, and don't be afraid to pop in.
Trying to eat more organically grown food but not sure how to fit it into your budget? Edible South Shore holds regular meetings in Kingston to present events about eating locally grown food, farming sustainably, and information on grass-fed meats. This month at Kingston's Beale House, author Christy Marsh spoke about organically eating on a budget. PACTV Community News attended her presentation and shares with you her story.
This is a program that we've been doing for about 3 years now. We do it in conjunction with the Kingston Library, and it's all about understanding where your food comes from and the sources in the area that create food, farmers, manufacturers, and it's all based basically on the magazine that we produce, which is Edible South Shore, and it covers Bristol County, Plymouth County, and it's all, again, it tells a story about our local growers.
We started it not too long after they published their first edition, and I had just been reading a book about how chickens are raised and the whole chicken industry, and I got really interested in where my food comes from and how the animals are treated, and got to thinking about local food and knowing where my sources of food were. There's an awful lot of interest in that in the community, and as one of our missions as a library is to educate people. And it turns out that not only are there a lot of people who want to learn, but there are a lot of people who have a lot to offer to other people to share their knowledge. So we've been doing this about once a month for 3 years, different topic every month, different speakers from the community. We draw people from all over the South Shore, and it's been a really fantastic, fun program. It's probably my favorite part of my job.
So my name is Christy Marsh, and I am the founder of ChooseWiser.com. I am a writer of a book called Little Changes that I launched last year. I am a mom of 3 from New England. I'm an advocate for women's health, and I'm a survivor of breast cancer. And that was my trigger that turned me from a mainstream mom, where I shopped and did everything by brands and coupons and budget, and turned me into someone who chose wiser about the products that she brought into her home, about cosmetics and cleaning products and food. So the edible communities have brought me here this evening to the Beale House so we can dish and chat about whether it's fun and economical to actually go organic.
In addition to the topics that we cover every month, we also do resource lists every month. So people will come and hear what we are presenting on any given month, but then they can go to the Edible South Shore website and they can get further resources, links to other information. So really, I think we're about giving people information about their food. There are so many reasons that people choose to eat local food, buy local food. It can be economic, it can be humanitarian, it can be their health, all kinds of reasons. So we got many people coming here for many different reasons. It's just a great group of people.
The Indian Pond Country Club in Kingston will host a gala event to benefit the Plymouth Philharmonic Orchestra and Visiting Angels of South Shore on Saturday, February the 2nd. This fundraiser will feature a swing band, delectable food, cash bar, silent auction, and a dance competition. Proceeds from the gala will go to support the Special Needs Emergency Funds of Old Colony and South Shore Elder Services and the Plymouth Philharmonic's cultural outreach programs. For ticket information, go to plymouthphil.org. This night promises fun and excitement, so get your tickets early and help support these 2 worthy organizations. PACTV Community News has begun a new series about different cultures and lifestyles that exist in Pembroke, Duxbury, Kingston, and Plymouth. In Pembroke, the Plymouth County Beekeepers Association began its beekeeper training school, and PACTV Community News went to see what all the buzz was about.
If you have an issue that, oh my God, I dropped my hive, my bees are everywhere, what do I do? Well, picking up the phone and calling somebody that East Bridgewater when you live in Scituate isn't going to be much help. The thing I like best about beekeeping is the honey that you get from it, because the honey you get in the store is nothing like the honey you're going to get from the bees in your hive.
Have we been stung? Yes. How many times?
it just seems like it was yesterday that we just started, and I remember the anxiety that I had about buying the equipment and putting it together, even though I used to build houses for a living.
I got my first hive in 1972, and I took this very bee school in 1978. So it's my 35th bee school. The thing is, you bring your hive to my house, and I put the swarm in it, and then I call you up and say your bees are ready, and come pick them up.
Bees aren't capable of thought. They don't get angry. They don't get sad. They don't remember things. Everything they do is triggered from something else. They get food from a trigger from the temperature. They defend their hive as a trigger to an invasion. It's not a thought process. They're not angry at you. They're not trying to get even.
The second one, the minute I took off the top, bees were everywhere, angry. I didn't have a smoker. They had gone up and into my veil. Of course, I did wear a veil tight, but somehow they found their way in, crawling over my face. I mean, it was scary and a nightmare. And if I didn't have my friend there with me, who I wanted to take off my veil. I mean, I could feel them walking. I got stung a couple times in the head.
Is it good to have bees?
Absolutely.
What's good about it?
They pollinate your food in your gardens, and without them, most of your fruits and vegetables wouldn't be. You get your honey, you get wax to make candles or cosmetics. Some people make soap, but the best product, of course, is the honey.
Can you imagine the smoky jazz of Ellington, the St. Louis Blues, Ravel, and Beethoven all in one concert? Next month, you can hear it yourself at South Shore Conservatory, known for their unique musical pairings. The conservatory will be spotlighting the talents of their piano faculty and Flying Fingers, a concert devoted to tickling the ivories. This free concert will be held on February 3rd at 4 p.m. at the Conservatory's Duxbury campus at 64 St. George Street. For more information, visit sscmusic.org. Bring the whole family, because Flying Fingers will surely have something to touch everyone. Tickle your funny bone at Silver Lake's Comedy Night fundraiser. This night full of laughs features 3 national-level talents from Laugh on Us Entertainment who have hit the road in national comedy festivals, competitions, and have been featured on channels such as Comedy Central and Showtime. Comedy Night will be on Saturday, February 2nd at the Hanson Athletic Club on 171 Reed Street in Hanson. The laughter begins at 7 p.m. and tickets will be available at the door. All proceeds go to scholarships and expenses for Silver Lake Regional High School girls basketball teams. So be sure to put this night of fun on your calendar. When the weather is dreary, sometimes just dressing up for a night out makes us feel better. But in Duxbury, a black tie evening is all about making others feel better. Black Tie Bingo, an annual favorite, is a fundraiser to support local fuel assistance. So put on your most fabulous red carpet ensemble and join friends and neighbors at Duxbury Council on Aging this Saturday, January 26th at 6 p.m. For tickets, visit the Duxbury Senior Center at 10 Mayflower Street. In previous years, this night of fabulous fun has raised as much as $100,000, money that goes to local organizations that support your neighbors in need. So join in the fun and make a difference in your community. I'm Michelle McGrath, PR consultant to the arts. Thanks for tuning in to PCN's Arts and Entertainment News.
Good afternoon. Richard McDonald, your town manager. I want to report to you that, as has been reported, I am retiring this week, Friday the 25th. However, the selectmen and I have agreed that I shall stay on until my successor is appointed, and that should be sometime next month or the beginning of March, and I look forward to assisting you as we go forward. Having said that, the police station construction is going well. I would like to report that last Friday we had the swearing in of my appointment of the new Deputy Police Chief, Steve McDonald, no relation. Deputy Chief McDonald started today, Tuesday, the 22nd, and I'm welcoming him, and I'm sure you will too. Going forward for town meeting, we are preparing budgets. We are meeting with the Finance Committee and the Fiscal Advisory Committee, and as such, the selectmen are reviewing those articles for town meeting. So it's a busy time. Hopefully the weather will hold out as it has so far. We've had some threats of some serious weather, but it has held out, and we look forward to some clear weather when we can get our work done. Other than that, it's been a fruitful first few weeks of January, and I look forward to being here for a few more months. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this week's PACTV Community News. You can find the replay times at pactv.org. Just click on the PCN logo, where you can also watch each complete edition or individual stories.
You can also find us on YouTube by searching for PACTV Community News. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook to receive previews each week and links to all of our stories.
We're always looking for story ideas. Fill out the form on our website or email me, kim@pactv.org.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week on PACTV Community News.